What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes bonus episode. We said that we would be back if the Patriots signed Stefon Diggs. And if you're listening to this right now, you know we're back, so you know what the fuck that means.
Mere moments after the signing.
The Patriots have signed, I want to say not 15 minutes since they signed, probably in less than half an hour since they signed Stefon Diggs, 3 years, $69 million, $26 million
Nice.
guaranteed. Just speak on it. I'm elated. I'm elated.
Sight.
All the adjectives.
The fact that you now have a legitimate number one receiver for the first time since I can't even remember.
Who?
I mean, Julian Edelman, but you have a legitimate guy on the outside since I think like Randy Moss.
Probably. A guy that would be a number one somewhere else as well. Because Edelman,
Malcolm Mitchell
never would have been.
Right.
Malcolm Mitchell. Yeah.
Malcolm Mitchell, give me a break. But I mean,
Antonio Brown.
We were foaming at the mouth for a wide receiver. We got a number one wide receiver. Stefon Diggs is in the building. And remember, I said this on the last episode, the regular episode. The Patriots have been in on Diggs for years now. They've loved Stefon Diggs since like 2021 or whatever. Even earlier, I think. Mm-hmm. So now they had a chance to lock in the contract. They locked in the contract. It's $26 million guaranteed. I know the contract says 3 for 69, but that's going to be incentives. That's going to be, games played, receptions, all that stuff. Like that's going to come into play. You have your number one receiver. You just helped Drake May big time. Great move. Keep it up.
Hell yeah. And I hope we pay him the full $69 million. Yes. I hope that he earns all those incentives. I am pumped. Liam, I already know, but you heard me and Al said, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty fucking good. Like, it's hard not to feel like incredible, and I'm trying not to be a prisoner of the moment here because it's coming off an ACL tear, and we'll probably talk about that later in the show when the emotions aren't so high. But god damn it, like, we got Stefon Diggs, who has been, before last season when he tore his ACL, Stefon Diggs was, when you ask who are the best wide receivers in the league, you're headlining that with Devontae Adams, Stefon Diggs, Cooper Kupp probably at the time, any of those studs, and we have one of them on the fucking Patriots.
Dude, he's one of the guys, like you said, top 10 receivers. He's in there. He's in that list. And I think we brought it up last week. It was kind of doom and gloom. It was like he was in here, he left. I know, Al, you were a big proponent, as we all were, but you were the one saying it. Like, how do you let him leave without a deal? Like, you said, I believe DeAndre Hopkins. You had shades of DeAndre Hopkins.
It did. Yeah. It brought bad memories.
I get it. And you know what? I will speak for you here. I feel like you have never been happier to be wrong about
100%.
Situation.
I am so glad that I was wrong in this situation. And I'm sure that 99% of Patriots fans are glad that they are wrong about this situation because I probably wasn't the only one that thought that. No. There were probably other fans out there that were like, he's gone. He's going to go re-sign with Houston. He's going to go sign with I don't know. I'm going to throw a team out there like Cincinnati or something because they have every wide receiver. But no, he's a Patriot.
My buddy was miserable when he left. My buddy's like, I fucking hate the Patriots. Like, this dude has a Boston, underground rap podcast. Like, he eats, sleeps, breathes, and shits Boston. He's like, I can't believe they let him fucking leave. He's like, I just know he's going to go somewhere else. He's going to be sick. He's like, every fucking year they do this. Dude was having, a mental breakdown. I'm like, dude, it's noon on a motherfucking Monday. Relax.
That was a lot of people, though. Like you guys said, a lot of people were upset because it's like you have him come in here. And this is why I was saying before, where it's like, I saw people saying that, and as we spoke about last week, so I don't want to retread it too much, but it was the whole, were each side, were they legit in their interest? Was Diggs just using this as a ploy to get more money? Were the Patriots just doing this to, soothe their fans? And I kept saying it didn't make sense for that to be it, because this is a weird time and also a weird guy to bring in to soothe the Patriots, the fandom or whatever. And for Diggs, like I said, it was radio silence for it. He did not have, obviously we know why, but he had nothing else set up. He had nothing else set up before this. It was strictly, he came here and we didn't even know until he was here already. There's like, oh shit, he's
Yeah.
here out to dinner. They're at the nines right now. They're getting tips and tenders. Like they're here right now, getting like meal staffers. Like,
Yeah.
and then we fucking said it. The Jason Tatum follow. That's what did it.
It
That's
was.
what
I
did
gotta
it, I
say,
think.
this is the first time your convoluted idea
We
of
were
things,
there.
the fucking spider web that you
I had
built,
it.
your bullshit. You're like, it connects, and me and Al are like, dude, like
It
maybe
wasn't
he
just me.
just.
Obviously, a lot of people were saying it,
Of
but just
course,
on the
yes, certainly,
podcast,
and
yeah.
I saw all the
Yeah.
posts as well. But like, just like you, I think a lot of those people are out of their fucking mind. Like,
Mhm.
dude, you're really reading into this. But I wonder if Jason Tatum was at the meeting. Maybe he joined them at the nines for like those two
Yeah,
dollar
right?
50 cent Bud 50s, which are really fucking good.
Yes.
Yeah, like who knows? But it worked, dude. It fucking worked. We have a route
He's
running
here
technician
for
as our
3 years
#1.
too. If we
Yeah.
want to say sure, they can get out after two. I'm gonna say three. Like just we'll talk about the contract as it is. For 3 years, he signed a 3 year deal, so it's not just like a one the term that we used last episode so much. It's not a stopgap. This
Which
is
is
someone
good.
who's gonna be here.
Because as happy as I am to have him on the team for this upcoming season, I think the following season will be even better once he's has the year removed from
Hmm.
the ACL, assuming everything goes well, which I have
Yep.
no reason to believe it won't. He's been remarkably fucking healthy his whole career up until
He
last.
started posting workout videos.
Yeah, and now the dude's inspired. He's got a chip on
Yep.
his shoulder. He plays the team that he probably fucking despises in the Buffalo Bills twice a year, which he has that in common with all the Patriots Nation. We can
Yep.
all sit in front of our TVs on Sunday and know we're thinking the same thing that Stefon Diggs is thinking. Fuck Buffalo. Fuck that city. We want them dead.
Revenge games.
Yeah.
Revenge games for at least 2 years. He's going to have 4 revenge games. He has the potential. God forbid they play in the playoffs and he just goes off.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, God.
this is the guy. This is the type of guy you want right now. Someone who hates someone in the division. He hates the Bills. He has a chip on his shoulder. He's coming back from an injury. Like Patriots fans know him enough. They've seen him burn the team when he comes here in Foxborough. He killed the Patriots when he's here.
Yeah.
Like,
He killed him on the Texans. I'm watching his highlights right now. I don't
yeah,
know if you guys remember from that onslaught of Drake May's first game. Stefon Diggs had a touchdown in that game.
Yes, he
yeah.
did.
He kind of, I think Diggs was it Diggs and was it Cooper? I forget who it was. They were the ones who had the best numbers against Christian Gonzalez last year. Like this is huge. And like when you talk about just strictly on the field, because obviously we know for the team it's big. Like for Drake May's probably pumped. I saw Christian Gonzalez already retweeted the signing. He did 2 like recycle emojis with like a point. I don't know what the fuck that meant. But he's pumped about it. Like obviously the team is happy. So like chemistry, cool, all that stuff. He was in here. He met with players, great. But the fact, and also he chose to play with Drake May, which is awesome. But
Yeah,
on strictly on
first
the
of
field,
many.
it makes it so you don't have Booty being thrust into the #1 spot when maybe he's a year too soon or something like that. You don't have Kendrick Bourne who has to like take up that veteran. He's the #1, but by default, like you don't have that like unnecessary logjam, which shouldn't even be there at the top because Diggs is your #1 guy.
Yes.
He's your guy. Then you have Pop Douglas in the slot, maybe some outside, whatever. You got Booty. Like you have
Yeah.
Kendrick Bourne, like you have options now, and obviously they're still going to draft someone.
Kind of juiced up. Booty on one side, Diggs on the other, popping the slots, coming together. It sounds pretty serviceable.
Yes, yeah. So on the field, how do you guys see? Like it's because like I said, we're all pumped as a receiver, but strictly on the field, you guys see the potential, right?
Oh, 100%. And by the way, this is from Schefter. This is what the Patriots wide receiver room looks like now. I'm going to have you guys take a guess beforehand. Who's the receiver that he left off? I'm not going to tell you if you're right, but who's
Ooh.
the receiver he left off?
I saw the list. Did you see who he put second on the list?
I did, but I don't think that's any particular order. I think
Fucking
that's just
stupid. But
the
no,
room.
so I already know Liam. Who do you think he left off the list? Because I saw the tweet.
Okay, so it seems like a deceptive question. The obvious answer would be Javon Baker, but I'm not going to say that. So I'm going to say he left off Bourne.
Okay. Patriots wide receiver room now includes, and again, this is in no particular order, Stefon Diggs, Mac Hollins, Kendrick Bourne, Pop Douglas, Jalen Polk, Kayshawn Booty.
Okay, yeah. So
Left
the
Javon
obvious
Baker
answer,
off.
Yeah, which makes sense. The dude didn't catch a fucking pass. Actually, he caught one pass from
Yeah, he
Joe
got
Milton.
one.
But still, yeah, that makes sense. Like that's the obvious answer. I probably should have went. It's Occam's razor. Should have just assumed it's the obvious one,
Hmm.
but I got in my own head. But yeah, like you can't blame the guy. Doesn't mean they're gonna cut Javon Baker. You don't need to
No,
pull a mic here and start connecting fucking pictures with strings.
no,
I
I won't either. I
promise you,
won't.
this does not mean we're cutting Javon Baker. It just means Adam Schefter probably is getting a million calls and he didn't remember the dude who caught one fucking pass. Who
Yeah.
doesn't make people in wheelchairs stand up?
Yeah, so because I think that Baker is. I still, if I had to pick between Baker and Polk, I think Baker might end up being here long term over Polk, but we'll see. But but yeah, it's nice, man. Assuming he's ready to go at the start of the year, even if it takes him a couple weeks to get in, it is what it is. He's still on the team. Um, yeah, I'm pumped, man. Like the Patriots have a receiver now for Drake May, and I know you're already going to see people talking about money. Al, me and you quickly said it before we all got on. I don't give a shit about the money. It could have been 69 million all guaranteed every year.
Yeah.
It does not matter. You can't complain about money and then also in the next tweet or the next comment bitch about the Patriots not spending money. They have money, spend the money, get the guy, good. Drake May has a guy, of course. Would you rather have T. Higgins, Chris, or like whatever? You can nitpick who they have, but with what was available, they got the best guy available.
Yeah.
So you can't hate it.
And you
Allow
know who?
me. Oops, sorry, Al. This is super quick. I just
Go,
wanted to
go.
give up a opposite point of view here. So I just got a message from my friend, diehard Broncos fan, my freshman year roommate. Love him dearly. His life has been full of sadness and misery since 2015, and even well before then. Actually, the year before then might have been worse, getting his ass kicked in the Super Bowl. But he said about the Stefon Diggs signing. Straight ass. Will be a 32-year-old coming off an ACL injury and was wide receiver 3 on the Texans. Not exactly what I want as my wide receiver 1 with Matt Collins as my number 2. And then my Giants fan friend goes, I agree, Mike.
Yeah, well, listen, first of all, he's doing the name Mike a disservice. Mikes are
Yeah.
normally smart. That's a dumb cop. That's
Let's
just a
not get
bitter.
crazy
That's a
here.
bitter. That's a bitter person. There's a reason he was number 3. Tank Dell was coming into his own. Nico Collins is the number 1 guy over there.
He
Stephon
was
Diggs
the
started
number
to
1 in
step up.
Texas. That's why fucking Tank Dell sucked. He didn't
He
play.
also get out of here with ACL. People ACLs are like Tommy John in baseball. You might as well just get them done now. Like just get him sutured up and fucking get him out there. And
Yeah.
then the Giants fan go suck off Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know
he's actually
who's
psyched,
Bitter,
but
you
bitter.
know who's a big fan of this signing? Mike Reese. He's a big fan of this
I'm
signing.
in.
Opinion
I'm
dash
in.
analysis. This is the tweet about 15 minutes ago from Mike Reese. Opinion dash analysis. Game changer. Coaches raved about him in Houston last season. Some risk coming off the torn ACL at 31, but a decisive move at a major position of need. It's
Yeah,
Mike Reese approved. So
yeah.
he was gushing about Stefon Diggs. This was the guy he wanted. So anybody that Mike Reese wants and we get, I'm all on board for it.
he's doing what we're all. I want to preface it, and I think it's for all 3 of us here. We understand the risks with the injury. I get it, the age, whatever. It's just I think I speak for you guys too. I'm not too worried about it. Like, especially if they had him in, they saw him do whatever physical tests he did and all that stuff. It was also around the league that he's ahead of schedule. They wouldn't have signed him to a 3-year deal. Like this isn't like a Mickey Mouse club. Like that Mike Vrabel's trying to build a team. Like he's made very calculated, very smart, even if they're not moves everybody liked, very smart, calculated moves. He's not going to shell out $3 million just because Robert Kraft goes, oh, we want a big receiver. No, this is now Stefon Diggs in a Josh McDaniels offense with Drake May throwing him the football.
Do you
I'm pumped. I'm
do you
I-
guys,
I'm excited.
do you guys remember back in December 2021? It was the day after Christmas. Stefon Diggs is a Bill. He scores a touchdown and he just points at all the fans. He just goes, you, shut the F up.
Yes,
Like
Yeah.
that's the type of cockiness
that's
and
what we
swagger that the
need.
Patriots need. Like I remember it now and it's just so funny.
Yeah, it's funny, and I think there's going to be some good on-field stuff, some good cheers when he catches his first touchdown, some good post-game stuff. I'm sure. I'm excited to see the introductory press conference. to hear him be like, yeah, I know some fans may have said some things to me, but I'm on your side now. Like
Yeah.
whatever
Oh,
happens to me, like this
100%.
is good. This is good. I'm excited. Yeah, I keep saying the same thing. I'm just pumped. They got Stefon Diggs. This is like the wide receiver thing is checked off. Like I said, they're still going to draft one, I'm sure, but big need off the board now.
Very much so. I remember fucking hating Stefon Diggs,
Mhm.
cussing him up and down. That Cam Newton
Yeah.
year, he went crazy against us. I was like, I think he had 3 touchdowns. I was like, this is unfucking speakable. Now,
He
like you said, he's
he's
on our team.
Yes, he's the receiver who, like you said, you want him in that position because he's the type of guy who gets up for the big games. You know what I mean? Like, there's always those guys in every sport. There's
Yeah.
guys who like they might be having like a middling year, maybe coming off a bad game, bad week, if it's more than one game a week or whatever. But for the big games, they tend to show up. And I think that's what Diggs is. So I'm pumped. We're going to be playing Buffalo twice a year.
Yeah.
I'm not a betting man, but I would bet that the Patriots are going to win the home game against the Bills for sure now.
I would say does change the record prediction slightly. We'll get to
Yeah,
that in a
but
future episode. Do we
but
we
that's
don't
why
play
we
the
did the too
Texans, do
early.
we?
Yep. I don't. No, I don't. No. We don't play the Texans.
Okay. Damn
No,
it. That would be
no, that
really
would have
fun.
been a double,
That'd be really fun.
No,
double.
that was Drake May's debut was last year against the
Oh yeah,
Texans.
yeah. It's every
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah. I remember everybody. How do you start him against the Texans? Blah blah blah. I think he's doing fine.
Yeah.
I think.
My brother
Yeah.
actually saw that game live. You got to see Drake May's first career touchdown pass in person.
Damn.
That's pretty
No
cool.
shit.
Good
Was
stuff.
that at home?
Yeah, it was a home game.
Good
Ooh,
stuff.
That's unfortunate.
Good stuff. Yeah, I'm pumped. Any final thoughts, final words, emotions on this? Anything else you want to comment on, other than Diggs, if there was anything?
Yeah, so I'm watching the highlight tape of him last season. Did you guys know he had a rushing touchdown?
No, but I love it.
No.
Really fucking cool. So it's a end around. It's obviously supposed to be a wide receiver pass. He just stops on a dime, sees a wide open alley, kind of where he came from, books it back wide open into the end zone, 8 yard run. Beautiful. I strongly implore you, now that we're fired up and jazzed up, I've been watching it on repeat since this episode started. Stefon Diggs 24 highlights. They're really good. They're box
All right.
office. They're entertaining. Spin moves, cuts, off the line prowess is unbelievable.
Can't wait, man. I can't wait. Al, thoughts? Any final wrap up? How you feeling?
For anybody that thought that this deal wasn't going to get done, you, shut the up.
Yeah, exactly. There it is. There it is. Teacher can't swear. I love it.
I
He
love it.
censors himself. It's like
What a guy.
Um,
Man,
yeah. Yeah, so that's all. I think the second the news dropped, we're all excited. Then Liam
yeah.
having a little bit common sense real quick went emergency pod, so we had to get
Yeah.
on. We said we were going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Post
I'm
is
pumped.
already up on Tuck Rule Takes. Everyone follow the
Saw that.
Instagram
Yep.
page.
Yep. Yeah. Can't wait. Yeah. So this will be up there too. You want to just take a listen to it. Obviously, it's not a long episode, but yeah, I can't wait for the introductory press conference. I think that's going to be cool. So I think I'm
yeah.
assuming probably by the end of the week. They normally do those pretty quick.
Yeah.
It seems like. So yeah, good. I think we
Tuesday,
got a
yeah.
good team. I think we're building it. You're going into the draft, and I think this kind of opens up for some more things you can do in the draft. You don't need to take a guy in the second round or trade back up. You can kind of take one when you want to take one when it comes to a receiver. So I'm pumped about it. I'm excited, guys.
So psyched.
So yeah, just quick little bonus episode. Stefon Diggs, a New England Patriot. Crazy to say,
Yeah.
but
Is there a number 14 on the roster right now?
No, because it was Jacoby Brissett, wasn't it? Oh no, he was 7.
No, he's 7.
Right.
He changed from 14 to 7, so it should be open.
Yeah. I think it's
Cool.
open. I don't think that there's anyone on there. So cool. Yeah.
Fuck! There is. Robert
Who?
Spillane.
Oh,
okay.
Mike's
No,
guy,
you can't
he
take it. You
sucks
can't
now.
take it from Spillane. You can't take it from
No.
Spillane because
And
pound for pound, Spillane's going to be better than Diggs. So
do you think
can't
he
take it.
takes it from Polk? Takes one from Polk?
Yes, dude. Take Polk's job. I don't give a shit. Yes, take the one from him. What number did he wear in college? What number did
9,
Diggs
I
wear in
think.
college? 9?
Let me look that up.
Booty has 9. Shit, yeah. What number is he going to take? Shit, he can't take 11. Who has 11?
Sure.
Someone took 11.
He was 1 in college. Fuck me.
He was 1.
Wait.
Yeah. I think Polk's gotta give up that
Yeah,
one.
Polk's got to go.
You can't have one on a receiver is like a solid number.
Yeah.
You can't have fucking Jalen Polk's uncatchable hands ass being.
Yeah.
number
You'll catch the tweet later. Jalen Polk has been released by the Patriots.
Yeah, it's gonna suck, but we need the one. We need the one.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so okay, stay tuned for the press conference and to see what number Stefon Diggs is going to wear. So
Yeah.
we'll see you next week. Just maybe God forbid, I don't know, maybe the Patriots are going to sign someone else. I don't know. Maybe they trade for IU too. They got two receivers.
Can you dig it?
Yes, you can. Can you dig it? That's a good one. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. We're out.
Stefon Diggs.